so the last jerk I'm covering in our series is definitely the most demanding jerk in the book. Not many people can do this one. And you'll see a lot of lifters will probably split over squat jerk, okay? But we're still going to cover it, and Mike is actually pretty good at this movement, so he's going to be kind enough to demonstrate it for us, okay? So what I'm going to get Mike to do is literally just demonstrate the squat jerk for 1 rep for us, just so we can see what we're talking about.
Just 1 rep.
Yeah, just 1 rep, 1 rep. So good. Stand lovely. Okay, so you can see that this jerk requires a ton of mobility. Okay, we need to make sure our shoulders have got the mobility to get into that position we need to be in to receive the bar overhead. We need to make sure the hips are opening nice and wide for us, and we need to make sure we can keep that chest up nice and high and that bar over our midline. Now, the setup is exactly the same as all the other jerks. The only difference is sometimes with this jerk, because we have to go into that overhead position, Mike sets his feet up slightly wider than he would any other of his presses or his jerks, okay? Yeah, and some lifters will keep their feet in the same stance and just jump into that position. Mike actually doesn't do that as such, he just keeps his feet nice and wide so he can get straight under the bar into that squat position. Also, he sets his hands up slightly wider than normal as well, because he has got to go into that overhead position to allow his shoulders to open up and keep that bar over his midline. He has to take his hands slightly wider. So, go to the setup position, right? Go to a normal setup with your hands. Yeah, bring that round to the front for us, Chris. Okay, so as we can see, now we've got this front on view. Mike's just going to demonstrate the difference in his hand position. Normally, Mike would set up just outside his shoulders, okay? But for this lift, the squat jerk, he's actually going to set up slightly wider. So we notice he takes about another inch or so on that bar for his setup. This will allow him to open his shoulders in that position he needs to be in to receive the bar overhead. And just step back, Mike. No, with the bar, sorry. Okay, his normal setup for his jerk, if we look at his feet now, this would be his normal setup, literally just outside his hip width, okay? But what Mike's going to do for this one, because he has got to go so much wider to get that position he needs, that overhead position, he's going to start with his feet pretty much where they're going to land, okay? Because we need to be fast, there needs to be a lot of speed and aggression in this movement. He needs to punch under this bar quickly to get into that overhead position, so he hasn't got the luxury of moving his feet. Well, he would have if he's quick enough, but Mike actually prefers to do it this way. So this is how he does it. Okay, from the front we'll see that Mike's now going to demonstrate the dip and the drive is exactly the same. Remember, it's very important though that the bar definitely does not come in front of us now. The chest stays upright. If Mike finds himself here, there is no way he's going to execute this lift. He must keep this bar over his midline. So Mike has finished rep for him. Good. Now when Mike's here, we notice how wide his hip is, the chest is up, the hip crease is below the knee, his shoulders are active and he's fully locked out. Stand that bar up. Perfect. And bring it down. That is a very demanding position to find yourself in. Very demanding. Now what I would like to do for us now, it's going to be quite hard for him to do this, is just demonstrate a core rep. Okay. Now most lifters will attempt this because they are experienced lifters. They've got the confidence, the mobility, the strength to execute this lift. But it can still go wrong. We're going to see how it can go wrong. So one would be in the dip and the drive, and we talked about in that dip position, the chest coming down. If we've got a lot of weight on this bar, that can be quite easy to achieve, because we need to make sure we're sitting on the heels and we're straight up in that chest. Second, Mike's going to demonstrate the bar path coming in front, and the most definitely, I'm going to predict lose this lift if he does this as I want him to. Okay, so just demonstrate it for the bar path comes in front, and we should see a distinct difference in the bar path and the way he finishes this lift.
So we'll go sideways with this though.
In fact, that would be a good idea. Yeah, bring him around to the side, Chris.
Not just a pretty face.
No, to the side.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry.
Okay, cool. So this is actually a much better angle for us to see this. In fact, I might just demonstrate a good one for us first. So the correct bar path will be straight up and under that bar. Perfect, and standing from there. Now, try and do the poor bar path in front, please. So if he finishes in front, notice, absolutely, definitely, this is what I wanted to see. The bar, even with this bar, that shift in weight took Mike in front and come off his heels, and he actually had to chase the bar to the rack before he smashed it into the rack. Okay? So very important that we keep it by around midline. This is a very technical lift, one that should only really be executed if you're more experienced with your lifting, if you've got a good overhead position, and you've actually got mobility to keep that bar where it needs to be. And that is our squat jerk.